The Black Panthers, or the Black Panther Party, was founded in 1966 by Huey Newton and Bobby Seale to fight against police brutality against African American communities. They often dressed in black berets and black leather jackets and organized armed citizen patrols around Oakland and other U.S. cities. Huey and Bobby met when they were protesting Merritt College's Pioneer Day because the celebration excluded the role of African Americans in the colonization of the West. They founded the Black Panthers after the assassination of Black nationalist Malcolm X and the murder of a black teen due to police brutality in San Francisco. They drew from Marxist ideology when creating the party's platform and outlined their views in a 10-point program. The 10-point program called for an end to police brutality, employment for all African Americans, and land, housing, and justice for all. They were part of the larger Black Power movement.
The police in our community couldn't possibly be there to protect our property because we own no property. They couldn't possibly be there to see that we receive the due process of law for the simple reason that the police themselves deny us the due process of law. And so it's very apparent that the police are only in our community.
This group emphasized Black pride, community control, and unification for civil rights. They monitored police activities in Black communities, instituted social programs, and engaged in political activities, causing their popularity to increase in Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, and Philadelphia. By 1968, they had almost 2,000 followers. They started many popular community social programs, including free breakfast programs for school children and free health clinics in 13 African American communities. The party ended due to internal tensions, deaths due to shootouts, and FBI involvement, weakening the organization. They were named communist and described as one of the greatest threats to the nation's internal security by Edgar Hoover, a member of the FBI. Many were against all of the violence and the idea of Black power. The Black Panthers made some people fear people of color and made people think that they were all violent.
We're not a self-defense group in the limited fashion that you usually think of self-defense groups. I would like to use an example when Fidel Castro started the revolution along with Che Guevara, with 12 of them all together. They realized that they wouldn't be able to topple the oppressive regime in Cuba. What they were essentially was an educational body. They engaged with the army, they fought with the army, and they showed the people that the army was not
encouraging stereotypes that were already present in this day and age. They also made people of color in some communities more violent. After the Panthers fell, the people who wanted to use violence in order to get their way were still in the communities, but there was no one to control and rein them in. Despite the Black Panther Party's end in 1982, they left a legacy through their social reforms that are still evident today in society.